demand for labor. Changes in the demand for labor, since the demand for labor in every organization would not remain the same, or in every industry would not remain the same. It's either it increases or reduces. It will reduce if the demand for your product is reducing. It will definitely increase if the demand for your product is increasing. So if the firm is shrinking, the quantity of labor needed would fall. If the firm is expanding because of output and productivity, the quantity demanded of labor would rise. That is the point. Yeah. So in different industries, in different sectors, if the demand for labor, because the demand for labor is what? Derived demand. Labor is needed or employed when it has a product to produce or a service to render. So if in the educational sector, if the educational sector is expanding, like a lot of schools are opening, a lot of students are trooping in, international students, the demand for labor, the demand for teachers would what? Increase. Because at that point in time, the supply of labor would stay. The demand for labor would have exceeded the supply of labor. That's what it simply means. So, if the demand, because a lot of students are coming in and a lot of schools are available, a lot of teachers are needed, that would shift the quantity of workers, the quantity of teachers needed from QL1 to QL2. At that point in time, the demand for labor would shift rightward from DL1 to DL2. These will increase the wage rate from W1 to W2. The wage rate will not increase at the beginning, but as soon as the supply of labor is not moving, the demand for labor is increasing, the wage rate will rise, because firms will be willing to attract workers with high wage. There's no workers available. So if I have to get workers from your company, I have to pay that worker in your company more than what you are paying him or her. Do you get the point? So that's why the wage rate will increase from W1 to W2. Because the quantity has increased, shifting the demand curve for labor rightward from DL1 to DL2.
Yes.
So to make it at equilibrium, so there's no high equilibrium wage rates. The equilibrium will increase the wage rate from W1 to W2. This is changes in the demand for labor.
So they all increase.
They will. The demand for labor. Supply is not changing. Supply of labor is the number of workers making themselves available. But here they said the demand for labor has increased in this industry. So if the demand for labor has increased in that industry, it means the supply is less. That means the demand is exceeding the supply. Demand for is exceeding the supply of. The number of workers that are available is not up to what is needed in that industry. So the wage rate will definitely rises. Is it clear now?
Yeah.
And on the reverse case is if the demand for labor in a country or in an industry is reducing based on the number of production or based on the quantity of production, the quantity of labor would fall from QL2 to QL1, shifting this demand for labor curve leftward from DL2 to the wage rate will fall from W2 to W1. This is for demand. Clear? Let's go down this. Yeah, changes in supply, please. Changes in supply. So for the supply of labor, here, if the supply of labor is increasing, what happens to the wage rate? The wage rate will fall from W1 to. If this industry is having a pool of workers, like the educational industry, let's talk about the educational industry because that's one of the most known industry in Libya, right?
Yeah.
So if the supply of teachers is more, if there are a lot of teachers in this industry, what happens to the supply curve? Slow down, please. Okay, thank you. The number of workers is increasing from QL1 to
Q2.
QL2. That will shift the supply curve of labor right on from SL1 to SL3, making an equilibrium at W2.
The wage rate has decreased.
Will fall. That's the equilibrium. Because the supply of labor is increasing in such country. Do we get it?
Yes.
If the supply of labor is increasing, the wage rate will fall. That is changes. If the supply of labor is reducing, the wage rate will increase. Any question about changes in demand for labor and changes in supply of labor? Changes in demand for labor will either increase the wage rate or reduce the wage rate. It increases the wage rate if the demand for a product is increasing. The demand for labor will increase. It reduces the wage rate. If the demand for a product is reducing, the wage rate, the quantity demanded for labor will reduce because demand for labor is derived demand for supply. Supply of labor, if the supply of labor increases, the wage rate will fall. And if the supply of labor reduces, the wage rate will increase. Is it clear? Any question, please?
No.
Scroll down, let's see. Okay.
Trade unions.
So we're talking about trade unions. We're talking about a group of people coming together to protect the interests of workers. So the trade union is an organization set up to protect the interests of workers. Do you understand what trade unions? They are pressure group. They influence decisions of government. They influence decisions of businesses. They are so powerful. They can turn the country around. They are pressure group. Call them pressure group. So they are organizations set up to protect the interests of workers. Any questions about that? Any question, please?
No.
Don't try something about trade union yet. Okay, it's clear. So, what are the aims of the trade union? Number one, negotiate pay and working conditions with employers. Why do you even join the trade union? You are joining the trade union to protect your interests. You don't want to be cheated at workplace. You don't want your employers to cheat you, to cheat on you. That's why you are part of the trade union. So as soon as you are part of the trade union will negotiate salary increase for you. So instead of you negotiating with your employer, you use the trade union. And the trade union is, it's just saying, how do we put it? When you are so much, you are so powerful than when you are just alone.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
When you are so much, when you are together, you are so powerful than being one. That is what the trade union is. So the trade union, when the trade union goes to your employers, they go as a group, they go as a union, not like going for Malik. They are representing you under the umbrella of the trade union. So it's an organization. So businesses or companies, your employers will be shivering. They will be scared to mess up.
So they used to protect the...
That's what I said. They are a group of organizations. They are a group of people forming an organization to protect the interests of workers. Do you get it?
Yes.
So the first thing they do, their aim is to ensure that workers get higher pay. So if your company is not increasing your salary and you're a trade union member, just go to them, they negotiate for you. Not only your salary, also conducive working environment,
So
health and safety. Yes.
Anyone can join.
Yes, but you have to pay to be part of the trade union. The fees you have to pay, yeah. We call it membership fee. It's expensive to be part of the trade union. It's
So you
expensive.
don't need them.
Yeah, it's expensive. But if you are part of them, you enjoy the benefits. It has disadvantages too.
It has advantages and...
So let's continue with it. The second one, provide legal protection for members, such as representation in court if employee is fighting a case against employer. So if you have a court case with your employers, they will represent you. They will not allow you to just go. They will be the one to represent you because you are part of their member. Trade union, what they do is to ensure that their members are protected. That's why you are paying the fee. You are paying to protect you.
So they can protect.
Yeah. The third one, put pressure. I told you what?
Pressure groups.
So they put pressure on government to pass legislation that improves the rights of workers. So they influence government decisions.
So those in monopoly trade they have to be in trade unions.
Monopoly.
Yeah.
Those working in a monopoly.
Those working the monopolists.
Yeah, I didn't know they're not. Monopoly companies are different from workers. These are workers.
We talk about workers only.
Yeah, workers. They are against the employers, the companies. Do you get it?
Yeah.
So they influence government decisions about workers' rights. They are the ones that fight for minimum wage.
Increase the minimum wage.
The trade union can fight for that. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Provide financial benefits such as strike pay whenever necessary. They can also pay you if they come up with industrial action like strike. So when there is a strike, your company might not want to pay you, they can pay. Because you are their members, they protect you, they ensure that you are fine. Is it clear?
Yes.
This, right? Financial benefits are money. They ensure they give you money whenever your company is doing, your company is not stable, or there's strike in your company, that means there's industrial action, there's no work in your company. They help you financially. Not only that, even if you are being sacked, they could raise you with finance to set up. That's why you are a member.
Set up a business.
Scroll down, please. The power of the trade union, yes. So when I talk about the power of the trade union, that's what they can do. Okay, let me see what is important here. Let's see. Okay. So people involved. Disputes. Disputes are just conflicts. Conflicts. Let's go down. You don't need those ones. Let me see. Yeah, thank you. Effect of trade union on wages and employment. Companies do not like trade union. Companies. They don't like trade union at all. They would even prefer to negotiate with you than you to be a part of the trade union.
Yeah.
Because trade union have, I said they are so powerful.
They're powerful.
They can influence government decision. Government controls the state. Government controls the country. They have power. They are more powerful than government. Trade union. Everything that happens in this country is through the trade, buying and selling.
Yeah.
Workers. They have power on workers. If workers in this country are not working, if everything is on standby, nothing is moving,
Yeah.
what can government do?
Yeah,
They are so powerful. A strong trade union may be able to force wages up in some labor markets. If a union has the full support of its members, it can put pressure on employers during wage negotiations. The employers, they have that power to tell employers to increase your salary. If not, they go on industrial action like strike, which is not good for businesses.
Yeah.
So that's about that. Let's see what we talked about here. Yeah. So here said one of the effects of trade union interference here are one, if labor productivity rises at the same time. So let me quickly explain this. The labor union or the trade union would be able to negotiate for you. If not, they're just going to negotiate because you're a member. The only time they can negotiate justifiably is one, when labor productivity increases. If you are doing more, you are supposed to get more. Are you guys getting what I'm saying here?
Yes.
The only period where trade union members, trade union can negotiate successfully, justifiably for you as a member with your employers are these. Number one, when your labor productivity increases, they can negotiate. Oh, he's working more, so you should get more. If employers are able to pass on wage increase to customers in the form of price rises, businesses might be willing to pay more if they know that they can increase the price of their goods and services. They wouldn't care about what they're going to pay your workers. They wouldn't care about what they're going to pay workers. Are you getting what I'm talking about? Wage rates can increase when there's negotiation between trade union and employers. Only if one, labor productivity is increasing. Yeah, you should get more because it's doing more.
Yeah.
Two, if businesses know that they can increase the price of their goods, so we should pay them more, yes. Let's see if we can increase the price of our goods and services. So that means businesses are going to transfer that increase of wages to the price of what they sell. Do you get it or not?
Yeah.
What we're saying is, if you are part of a trade union, you are the employer, I'm a trade union member. I want my members, I want you to increase their salary. You will say yes if you know that your workers are doing more. They are doing more. Yeah. The second reason why you could say yes is when you know in your mind that the demand for your product is priced inelastic. That means, because even if you sell at a higher price, customers will buy. You can say, yes, we'll pay you, because you know that as soon as you are paying them more, you can transfer that increase to the price of your goods. That's the second one. Is it clear now?
Yes.
The third one, if profit margins are reduced, which means that employers meet the cost of wage increase. So if you know as an employer that even if you pay them more, it does not affect your profits, you will pay them. Do you get the reasons why employers can accept negotiation of salary increase with trade union members? One, if labor productivity is increasing, then you have to pay more to their workers. Yeah. Two, if you don't have,